Even Naruto. What if there's a series where there's an opposite self? How would the series be different than the original version? How different would the characters' personalities be, or how similar they would be? Today we're gonna find out who they really are. I'm sorry. That was a terrible way to start the podcast. But anyway, my name is Naruto fan in Kentucky, and this is Vanitas DS. How are you doing, Vanitas?
No, I'm good.
So today we're gonna talk about what if the series started when Naruto was born as a girl and Sakura was born as a boy. And same that goes for and then Sasuke and Hinata.
Okay.
Just those four. The others are going to stay the same.
Yeah, the others really don't. I don't think it really matter if they got gender swapped or not.
Right. And let's start with Naruto first. How similar is she to Naruto, but how different is she?
Good question. I feel like not really much more. Is that only this time I think maybe she is a better judge of character and with some people and doesn't really let evil people go.
Right.
Tell if somebody's beyond saving or not.
Right. What about their differences? What's their differences?
She's kinder and smarter.
Right, and I could see her being a little judgmental less judgmental than Naruto. He wasn't judgmental, was he?
I don't remember.
I could also see her planning her battles rather than going straight at it.
Just, like, go head first in without a plan. She'll actually think about stuff and
she'll ask questions then shoot next. Rather than shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah.
And like as always, I'm gonna pair her with Sakura. Let's talk about him now.
Okay.
How different is he than Sakura?
Would he be more shy than her?
Yeah, but he's not Hinata. He won't be Hinata level shy. He'll still have his moments with friends.
I can still see him being smart like her, maybe a bit smarter.
Yeah. I could see Naruto having a slight crush on him when they were kids.
Yeah. Maybe it started off as them just as friends, but then it grew more as they were around each other more.
Yeah, because it's still a girl and they won't have this rivalry.
Yeah.
But Satsuki is different than Sasuke. Way different than Sasuke.
Okay.
One thing, she won't be emo driven. She'll still be revengeful, but she'll have her heart warmed by Naruto. Because Naruto, unlike Naruto, goes back on her word more than Naruto will.
As I feel like Sasuke would actually still be good friends and actually have Naruto there to help her, comfort her, feel the loneliness.
Right. And I could, and Satsuki is also more level-headed than Sasuke.
And more likable, probably.
Yes, she will have a lot of fanboys, but she's. I don't think I'm going to pair her with anybody.
No.
She's just going to be a lone wolf.
But she still does act like a friend of Naruto and actually hangs out with her and they train together.
Yeah, but they still make fun of each other sometimes.
It's probably just all in good fun.
Yeah.
They have each other's back too, right?
What?
They'll have each other's back, right?
Yeah, like I'm gonna have like the bridge, like in the bridge arc. You know remember what I'm talking about?
The Land of Waves.
Yes, the Land of Waves. Forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
They're gonna work. The three of them are gonna work together with Kakashi as their sensei.
Is he actually gonna be a sensei this time and teach all of
Yes,
them?
yes, he's gonna help all of them. Due to
I
his,
also feel like if Minato is still Hokage, he'd probably pretty much order him to train all of them and actually be a sensei. Actually,
yeah,
have Kushina reinforce that by cracking her knuckles.
yeah, I could see him. I could see him being afraid of Kushina still. Would Sakura be afraid of Kushina if they get
At
married?
first, maybe, but I think he warms up. He
I
accepts
mean,
it.
even if they get married, he knows she could still kick his ass
Yes.
because that's his mother-in-law.
But I feel like those two would actually have a good relationship.
Yeah, in fact, I think if Naruto married Sakura, that would be the best mother-in-law daughter-in-law relationship ever.
Yeah, it would be.
I know we're getting off topic right now, but
That's fine.
yeah, I watched The Simpsons a couple weeks ago, and I don't know why, but Homer's mother Mona reminds me of Kushina.
Oh yeah. Only Kushina wouldn't really skimp out on her family.
Right. Of course, she had good reason to. She didn't want to.
Well, yeah. It's all because of the hippie movement.
Yeah.
There's also a theory that Mona leaving is why Homer keeps eating so much.
Really.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Because I remember there's also an episode of Hey Arnold with Chocolate Boy, and that there's a reason why he keeps eating chocolate because of his nanny leaving.
Yeah, that's like you could say that's like a drug, drug. He can't stop doing drugs because of someone he loves leaving.
Yeah.
That was genius of how they got away with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Naruto.
Was ahead of its time, I feel.
What?
Hey Arnold was ahead of its time, I feel.
Yeah, so was Rocco's Modern Life. That was way ahead. And you could say Ren and Stimpy. Anyway, back.
All right, so did Sasuke actually still leave the village in the first part?
Yeah, I would give her better reason to. You know what?
I feel like if she goes on this revenge thing, I could feel like she learns that it won't solve anything. It actually takes worse to heart when she gets to Itachi, realizing this is not going to solve anything.
Right. The reason she wants to go after Itachi because in this one he won't be good all along. He'll be a straight up villain.
Good.
The reason she leaves because for the safety of her teammates.
Okay. Even though they go after her regardless.
Yeah, but she still doesn't want. She doesn't want to have him killed because she loves them that much.
Yeah, because they have a more family like dynamic with their team.
Yeah,
where she actually calls Naruto a sister at one point before leaving, probably.
Right, and she knows that Sakura once had feelings for her, but she knows that he's about to have feelings for Naruto.
Yeah, and I think Sasuke would just tell him that, kind of like how Chloe did at the end of Uncharted 2.
Right. And let's talk about Naruto and Sakura's relationship. They start off as friends when they were kids.
Yeah. Like maybe she saves him from being bullied.
Yeah, and she brings him home. And I could see Kushina saying, "Honey, look, our daughter has a boyfriend." and then Minato was like, "What?" She's too young to have a boyfriend. He acted like Marcus from Bad Boys 2.
I don't think he'd be like that just yet. Not until like maybe part 2.
Yeah, he would like Sakura, but
They're just like little kids at that point.
yeah, that's true. But we'll talk about the relationship part 2. But part 1, they start off as friends. She has a crush on him, but she's afraid to tell him because she knows he has a crush on Satsuki, and she doesn't want to ruin their friendship. Would that work?
Yeah, but they do so like interact more and like have good chemistry, right?
Yeah, more so than Naruto and Sakura. And don't get me wrong, I love Naruto and Sakura. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, and then after that, the Chunin exams. Let's talk about.
So does Naruto still fail the getting test at first and need to learn the Shadow Clone, or does she pass?
She passed, but she still struggles. I'm gonna make her barely pass because I want the audience to cheer when she does pass, to say, "Oh, the audience says, oh no, she didn't pass." Then
do you think Satsuki and Sakura would help her during school time with like studies and training?
Yeah, at first she said, "No, I can do this on my own," but they said they got to work together as a team. And she said,
that kind of would foreshadow them actually becoming a team.
Yeah. And since Minato's alive, where does Jiraiya fit in?
Good question. So we know Tsunade would probably still be in the village at that point, so you don't really need that whole arc unless she's out of the village for a little bit and Orochimaru still looks for her.
Right. How about we'll get to Naruto leaving the village after a few years for part 2 before she comes back for part 2. You know what? I've been playing Naruto Ultimate Ninja 2. It's better than the first one. By the way.
You know that stupid experience thing.
Right, and I thought it felt more like I felt more Narusaku moments in that game.
Yeah, because Hinata really isn't even in the game that much.
I haven't gotten that far yet, so thank you.
I think maybe the only time she shows up, I think, is during the pain fight.
Right. I could see, Konohamaru, is that, I still can't pronounce his name.
Konohamaru.
I could still see her be a big sister to him. Like Naruto was to him.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could still imagine. Jiraiya's. She hasn't trained under Jiraiya, so she doesn't know sexy new jutsu yet.
Yeah.
Unless. Because Kushina would be so pissed off if that happened.
Yeah.
I can also imagine Kushina giving Naruto love advice.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Like, how did you get Dad to like you? Or how did she explain that I didn't like her dad at first, but then we fell in love after he saved me?
Yeah.
That's when they tell her about the fox demon and the Karuma.
I kind of feel like they tell her like right after she became a Genin.
Right. As soon as she became gaming, she said, they said, tell her that she has a demon inside her.
Does Kushina still tell her that she was the previous host of Kurama?
Yes. And would she be angry? You think she'd be angry?
No. She'd
I
probably be more questioning about her parents. And they tell her about the mask man.
Yeah. But I'm gonna make. Should I still make him Obito?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe in this case, when instead of Minato using the Reaper Death Seal, maybe Hiruzen the third does it and seals Kurama in her, giving his life.
Yeah, that's what happens, and he honors him by giving him a proper funeral, and then I can't imagine the relationship he has with his daughter, Minato. It'd be sweet.
It would be. She'd be kind of like a dad's little girl, kind of.
Yeah, kind of like I believe Sora's daughter would be from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, or Naruto and Hanami.
Yeah,
but not to the point where he's like so ignorant he lets her get away with anything.
Yeah, and Kushina scolds him.
Naruto wouldn't have any like brothers or sisters, would she?
No, she'd be an only child. And due to I think I'm gonna make it tragic why she can't have another child, and then the brother and sister. It's due to did Kushina have any brothers or sisters?
I could not tell you because we know nothing of the Uzumaki clan.
Right. I'm gonna make the birth of after she gave birth, she found out that she can't have any more children. You know what I mean?
I kind of feel like maybe losing Kurama kind of did something to her internal organs there.
Yeah.
That'd probably be a better reason.
Right. But I'm not going to have the same thing happen to Naruto when she is a mom. But we'll get to that, okay?
Okay.
Then Orochimaru came, and he is after Satsuki, like he was after Sasuke.
Yeah, I feel like she'd be more like defiant against him and doesn't want his power.
Yeah. And he tempts her with revenge, and she thinks about it, but Naruto snaps her out of it.
Yeah, because he like Naruto like crying, like pleading Sasuke not to listen.
Right. How about
so, if we're in the tuning exams with the Force of Death, would Dosu and his team still attack them?
Yeah, and Sakura has to defend them.
Yeah.
I could
see him putting up more of a fight this time.
Yeah. But he still almost loses until comes along. I'm gonna make her used to have a crush on him. Would that work?
Yeah, I can see that.
Because he's a handsome. I'm gonna make him have more fangirls than Sasuke because he's more likable.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like he trained a lot more, so he's kind of like pretty jacked, probably.
Yeah, but that's not why Naruto likes him.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like he trained a lot and worked hard.
And as soon as the battle was over, he checks on Naruto first.
Yeah, being like foreshadowing in subtle ways of their romance.
Right. And she wakes up and then says, Sakura. And he said, shh, you're going to be fine. You just rest. Then he gives her a hug and it makes her blush. That's when she realized she's in love. She had a crush on her.
Rather, I feel like she knew, but like that hug pretty much confirmed it.
Yeah. Then the next.
So how do the Tunisian finals go?
Like the same.
So Satsuki versus like Yoroi, but she doesn't use the curse mark and wins legit.
Yes. And it's Naruko versus Kiba. And she still wins by farting on him. Come on, you gotta have some comedy.
Yeah, okay. Who
Does
does Sakura fight?
I think I'm gonna have it be a mysterious figure.
Okay.
One that
Might be like maybe an extra team since Ino and Sakura have to fight somebody else since they're not fighting each other.
right. And then the next then after that we're good. What did the Gara thing happen? I forgot.
Which Gara thing?
When he trapped Sakura in the sand.
Oh, that's like later. Would he not still fight Neji in this?
Yes.
Because I could see that not much happening different. Only Neji still like hates the main branch.
Right. Neji still wins. Cause and he that gets him a little envious. Hinata. That's part of his villainy. He was envy of Neji.
That he was like so much better.
Yeah.
Being a lowly side branch member.
Right. But Neji has more intelligence and charm than Hinata.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Go ahead.
So Minato trained Naruko and already called Jiraiya and Kushina to train her for the finals.
I think that's how it fit Jiraiya.
Because I can see like Tsunade coming back too to train Sakura.
Yeah. And I'm gonna have Sakura's parents be part of the story too.
Sweet. I can see them like his parents being friends with Naruko's parents.
Yeah, and Kushina said, "What if our children get married?"
Yeah, she would say that to Mabiku.
Yeah,
she would just be joking.
Yeah, and Minato says, "No, they're not getting married, not until they're 30." Sorry, I just love those overprotective dad jokes because
yeah,
they never get old.
I can see Kazashi kind of being, or at least Mabiku being the same way with Sakura a bit.
Yeah, but she trusts Naruko.
Yeah.
Naruko's a sweetheart.
I got a feeling the Team 7 would train a lot.
Yeah, and they have fun
until like they nearly dropped.
Yeah.
I wonder if like Sakura saw Naruko train, like he sees her more like toned physique.
Yeah, and he also
she's got to put at least some muscle on from all that training she's doing.
Right. Not make her look like she's on steroids, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
I don't want her to look like one of those bodybuilders on steroids, but just
sort of like how Wonder Woman is.
Yeah.
Or at least at most like Black Cat from the 90s cartoon.
Yeah.
Because that's like kind of like the perfect build she could have. She's not too big, not too small.
Right. How about what I haven't read. I forgot what happened after the finals. Naruto went. Did Naruto win?
No. Again, the Chunians got interrupted by Orochimaru in the Sand Village.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like a deviation. Maybe Naruto sends something with Gara that's familiar, and she goes to ask like Tamari what's up,
Right.
and she tells her, and maybe that could lead to like Tamari and Naruto forming a friendship.
Yeah. It'd be kind of fitting since it'd be kind of be a connection to. No, I'm not gonna have Laura Bailey voice Naruto, but because who voices Tamara? I forgot her name. I know she voices Yuri and Spot.
Tara Platt.
Yeah, she's married to Yuri Lowenthal.
Which is so odd when you think about it.
Yeah.
So the real ship with them is Tamari Sasuke.
Yeah. And that's wrong. I think Sasuke with anybody is wrong.
Yeah.
Including Karen. A lot of people ship him with Karen, but he
tried murdering her, so I don't get it.
I think he has the bad boy look. Like, that's why girls like Twilight.
I hate that trope so much.
I hate it too. And I bet girls would say, maybe you're just jealous because girls don't like types like you. I said, no. Guys like that are assholes.
Yeah, and girls who like them are just really shallow, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, at least My Hero doesn't do that with like Bakugo or Todoroki.
Yeah.
They're like they're kind of like that trope, but they're a lot more developed. And they don't have that many fangirls with them.
Yeah.
Plus, Bakugo really doesn't care for girls at this point.
Is he gay?
No, he just doesn't see that as a priority over being the number one hero.
I could see Riku being the same way. I don't think he's gay, but he doesn't have an.
Although he's got more pressing issues at the moment.
Yeah, but although I do kind of ship him with Naminé.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just, I think he's more committed to like saving the world at this point.
Yeah, Sora is too, but he's still in love with Kairi.
Yeah. It's like you gotta find a balance between your work and your home life.
Right. And I could
Naruto doesn't know how to do.
Nope, he's rather gets drunk or hang out with or simp for Sasuke.
One of those two or both at the same time.
Right. I think I'd rather him get drunk than him simp for Sasuke because
yeah, probably because at least with drunk Naruto we could do the drunk Tony Stark voice.
Yeah, or Homer Simpson. or how about Peter Griffin with his real dad? Remember that?
Oh yeah, where they were so wasted they couldn't even talk right.
Yeah, they had subtitles.
Yeah.
And he said something like he said something, why can't you be as pretty as someone in that movie? And he said a lot of people aren't as pretty as the media portrayed them to be. It's hilarious. Back when Family Guy was good.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
The invasion of sound.
Yeah.
When Naruto's gonna go fight Gara.
Yeah, and Gara captures Sakura. I'm not gonna make Sakura a damsel. Like,
no, don't.
I know Sakura wasn't a damsel a lot, but
yeah, I think Sakura's kind of out of his league with fighting a Jinchuriki.
Yeah.
Even if he was trained somewhat by Tsunade at that point.
Yeah.
I could see Naruto and Sasuke having a good tag team, kind of like Steve and Bucky in Civil War.
Right, and Naruto is the one that saves Sakura, and like what happened last time, she has a romantic. She wakes him up. And they have the slight romantic moment.
Yeah, but I could see Naruto and giving Sasuke credit for helping defeat Gaara.
Yeah, I love that scene when Sakura thanked Sasuke and Sasuke said Naruto was the one that saved you, and then she smiled at an unconscious Naruto. That's one of the reasons I thought Narasaka would happen.
Yeah, there's little moments in there like that.
And little moments like that are better than the big moments of Naruto and Hinata.
Yeah. Plus, during the written part of the Chunin scenes, would Sakura still like try to raise his hand to give up to make sure she wouldn't lose her dream, like Sakura tried doing?
Yeah.
Or would Naruto actually do good on the written test?
Yeah. I love that scene when Sakura didn't want Naruto to give up on his dreams. It showed that she's starting to care for him.
Yeah, whereas Hinata was willing to let him cheat and pretty much ruin his whole life, pretty much ruin his dream forever.
Yeah.
Unless Ibiku was just screwing with them.
Right.
Because we don't know if he actually was or not.
No, we don't. How? What we had? Should we have some filler moments, or just continue?
Probably not, because it really won't matter.
Right. But we will have some flashback moments of Naruto and Sakura as kids.
Okay.
Yeah, it kind of be like Kim and Ron when they were kids. They were best friends since they were kids.
Yeah.
And then, like Kim and Ron, the relationship will develop to. So they get together at the end of part one. I mean,
like before Naruto leaves.
Yeah.
At least they probably could. Yeah, probably. So maybe part 2.
But yeah,
I think I'll start working on their relationship more as a couple.
Yeah, I'm gonna have. Right now we're gonna talk about Satsuki leaving. The reason she was told about her brother being why did Sasuke leave first?
He wanted power to kill Itachi.
Yeah, I could see Satsuki doing that, but for better reasons. She wants to protect Naruto and Sakura and the village.
Yeah. But does she still leave, and does Naruto have a fight with her at the Valley of the End?
Yeah.
And does she turn into that stupid second curse seal thing?
No.
You know, with the fan wings, which is like the stupidest thing in the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is the dumbest thing I have ever seen.
Yeah.
They seriously like hands as wings. I'm like, I mean, the other curse seals actually looked kind of cool, but that just looks dumb.
Yeah. And after that,
if she goes to Orochimaru, does she like act all like arrogant, or is she still like her same self?
Her same self. Satsuki doesn't change. She's not gonna be evil like Sasuke.
Not like psychopathic evil.
No.
So you're saying like they don't need to do like a whole search to bring her home thing?
No. But Naruko does wants to get stronger to defeat Orochimaru. So she asked her parents if she can go on a journey, and they reluctantly agree because they don't want, because she's still their baby.
Maybe she learns it's Sage Mode early and other stuff.
Yeah, that's what happens.
So she still has a contract with the Toads.
Yeah,
And is she starting to learn to use like the Nine Tails power without it hurting her?
not at first, but she'll get better because I want her to learn her powers.
So she's not friends with Kurama yet.
She would, yeah, she is.
So she is. He just won't let. She only gives her power in like increments.
Yeah, but before she sets off, she Sakura comes to say goodbye, and that's when she kissed his cheek, and that caused him to realize that he's in love with her. Then he grabs her and kisses her lips before she takes off.
I can see they could probably just say they love each other before leaving.
Yeah, and I could see Naruko's parents smile.
Maybe would Naruto and Sakura like stay in touch over those 3 years?
Yeah, and Naruko has, and sometimes Naruko will have naughty dreams about him.
Sakura probably will have the same.
Yeah, but Naruko, I'm making Naruko more perverted than Sakura.
I can see them both training like really hard and getting a lot stronger. But
Yeah.
by the time Naruto gets back, Sakura's got the Yakugo seal on his forehead.
Yeah, can you imagine her seeing him ripped off?
Her what?
Can you imagine Naruko seeing? We talk about Sakura saying Naruko ripped up, toned. Can you imagine her seeing him ripped?
Yeah.
He'd be as big as Captain America when he got his when he got the serum in him.
I'd say probably around there, like Hemsworth's Thor build.
Yeah. And if Naruko had entered, if Naruko saw it, she had a nosebleed.
Yeah. Well, she's probably gotten a lot more beautiful over the 3 years too, so it'd probably balance out with the two of them.
Yes, every guy in the village stopped when they saw her. Some had.
She probably really grew up those 3 years, and
yeah,
she's probably as beautiful as her mom at that point.
Yeah, one person said, "Is that Naruko?" One person said, "I think that is." She's another person. Wow, she grew up to be hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you bring Satsuki in, you'll probably have a double whammy there.
Yeah. Of course, she grew up to be beautiful too.
I have seen some Satsuki pictures online. She is pretty cute.
Yeah, and Naruko's adorable. when Sakura sees her, I could see Sakura having a clipboard or some doctor stuff since he's training to be a doctor. He drops it off when he sees Naruko for the first time. Saw how gorgeous she looks. Then he runs over and kisses her. I'll be right back.
After they do that training with Kakashi, they actually go on their first date.
Well, yeah. And Naruko doesn't know what to wear. So Kushina helps her.
I can see Naruko wearing like more reds than oranges.
Yeah, even though I don't really like the color red. Just kidding. Because
like Naruko wear like her hair in the pigtails or like the ponytail?
Ponytail, because I think she feels she's too old to wear pigtails.
Yeah.
But when we'll get to her, what she looks like when she gets married and has a family, when we get to that, okay?
Okay.
I'll be right
So
back.
what is you know how to fit in.
Sorry about that. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Sorry, I just had to. Anyway, what were you talking about?
I was gonna say, like, when do we do the reveal that Hinata is the villain?
Soon.
Maybe she's like
You mean
betraying
he?
the whole village too, giving info to like the Akatsuki and all that, and Orochimaru.
Yeah. I'm gonna make her more evil than Sasuke was.
Is
Of
it
course.
gonna be like an actual twist that you're supposed to look for clues?
Yeah.
Or is it gonna be like the obvious, like, you're evil, aren't you thing?
What do you think would fit more?
I do like them trying to figure it out, but like if you just look at the character like you're evil, I can just tell.
Yeah, I think the only one that can see it is Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Maybe I might do a what if Kingdom Hearts. What if Sora and Riku and Kairi were gender swapped someday?
Hmm.
What would that be like?
Good question. I'm guessing next they go save Gara from Deidara and Sasori.
Yeah, I was at that part in Ultima Ninja, and I love playing as Sakura fighting Sasori. That was my favorite fight
Yeah, same.
because even Sakura haters said that was her best moment.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
That
they're
really
right.
showed she had changed from part one.
What?
Because that really showed she improved a lot since part one.
Yeah, and it was waste, and Kishi wasted it.
Yep.
And I'm not Kishi. I don't. Am I better than Kishi? I don't know. I don't know in terms of drawing, but maybe storytelling.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm better than everyone. Like I know I'm not better than Stanley or the creator of Full Metal Alchemist or others anime. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So is Naruto like more in control of her emotions this time?
Yes, she's kind of the opposite of Naruto.
She's like that, only she still has flaws, right?
Yes, she does have flaws. She does. She still likes to pull pranks and get into trouble, even if she's a teenager.
Yeah, she's still a big kid at heart.
Yeah, and that's what Sakura loves about her. One thing he sees her doing something and he says, Naruko, don't ever change. Of course, it'd be like when Kyrie said, Sora don't ever change.
Yeah, when you said that, I'm like, oh, wait, that's like Kyrie saying that.
Yeah.
So how would the Tenchi Bridge arc play out? Would that be any different?
Yeah.
Like, would Naruto have more control over herself in like her Ninetales mode?
Yeah. And of course, Sai would come, and he'd be a better friend than he was originally.
Yeah. Well, I see him probably picking on Sakura more than Naruto.
Yeah. I bet he could say, you have a small dick.
Which is probably a lie, because maybe Naruto probably knows the truth.
Yeah, but she doesn't say it until she gets married.
So there's no like her losing control and hurting Sakura like Naruto did, when Sakura would be pleading for her to stop.
Right. Now, although I did kind of like that. The first half of part 2 was more Naruto than any of the part of the series. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just feel like he kind of lost the plot a lot.
Right. When she hugged that part where she hugs Naruto, which we'll get to that the pain attack, but that's when I thought Naruto was meant to be.
Yeah. Plus with this, I feel Sakura would be more active in like the battles instead of just standing around doing nothing.
Right. I should, in my Naruto Kingdom Hearts podcast, I should have wrote more about Sakura helping out at the pain attack. But I think I think I'm doing all right with that.
Okay. Would like Hinata and Sakura like have a rivalry?
What?
Would like Sakura and Hinata have like a rivalry in this?
Yes. He especially when it comes to Naruto. He said he doesn't understand why he would pick someone who's not in a prestigious clan like he is. You know what? And Sakura said the reason she chose me is because of my duty to protect the friends that I love, because how much I care about her.
And his good heart.
Yes.
I got a feeling like Hinata would probably be even more of an outcast from her family, since her family probably is the complete opposite of how he is.
Right. That's why he betrayed the village, and I'm gonna have him team up with Pain.
Maybe he tries to become the Ten Tails.
Yeah. I'll have. Then the Pain attack happens.
Sorry, what happens with Satsuki and Itachi?
Sasuke. Oh, we'll get to. Sasuke kills him like Sasuke did, but he does not regret his actions. He was not told that the village, he's not going to be good all along like they say he is. Like they had.
Would the Uchiha still tried that coup they tried?
What?
Would the Uchiha still try to take over the village?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like Sasuke would find that out, but say that she won't follow in the footsteps of her clan and rebuild it to be right.
Right. She would later.
I feel like her character would be sort of like how Ezio's was in Assassin's Creed 2 with Rodrigo. Like once he got to Rodrigo, he found his revenge meant nothing after everything he went through in the game.
Yeah. And so they And so after she defeated Itachi, she plans to go. She finds about Pain and tries to go back to the village before he. Bless me. Before she. Thank you. Before she attacks. Or before Pain attacks.
But does Pain also kill Jiraiya in this too?
Yes, and that devastated Naruko and her parents.
Yeah, her father would probably take it the worst.
Yeah.
Tsunade would too.
Yeah, she was. Was she in love? She was in love with him, wasn't she?
I don't. That's hard to say. They really never went into it after Dan died.
Right. Was Dan her husband?
Dan was more like her boyfriend at the time.
Oh.
But they never really got to marry because he died before that.
Right. And
because again, stuff that sounded interesting didn't go anywhere.
Right.
Because you can do a lot more with Tsunade's backstory.
I agree.
Because outside the stuff in part 1, we know next to nothing about her.
What about Shikamaru's team? What was their sensei name?
Asuma? So
yeah,
that the Hidan stuff still happens?
Yes, that still happens.
So Kakashi still teaches Naruto wind style?
Yeah.
What would Sakura's elements be?
Good question. Probably.
Maybe Tsunade teaches him that too, because that could help out.
Yeah.
I feel like these two would have a lot more versatile arsenal to use instead of just the same thing over and over again.
Right. How about? Sorry about that. Then the pain attack happens, and he is after, and it devastates Minato and Kushina. They rally the villagers to keep them safe from pain.
Did they hide Naruko at Mount Miyaboku learning Sage Jutsu?
Right. Yeah. Then after
Satsuki show up and team up with Sakura to take down one of Pain's bodies.
Yes.
So they take down at least 2 of them.
Yeah, and then Sakura says, you probably don't know this, but Naruko and I are dating."
Satsuki probably good. Congrats! About time you two got together.
Yeah, and then she says, "Can I be the maid of honor?" As a joke that they'll get married someday.
Yeah,
because they're 15.
I could see them see her saying that, but being totally serious. Wanting that.
She's joking, but at the same time, she's serious.
Yeah.
She knows they're gonna get married.
Yeah.
Then Naruko fights Pain.
So is Orochimaru is he actually dead during this? He's not coming back?
Yes.
And what about Kabuto?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
They're the I think they're the Pete and Maleficent of Naruto. Their stories are done and they should not have more.
I feel like they were in there way longer than they needed to be, especially Kabuto at the end.
Right. And I also heard that that Hinata said that Orochimaru and Naruto were friends, and Boruto was like, "What?
What? When did that happen?"
I know, it's like it's like
Did the person writing this manga not even look through the original Naruto series? Because not at one point was Naruto ever friends with Orochimaru. Because at most, I think he pretty much loathed the guy.
Yeah, it's like if Batman was friends with the Joker.
I mean, I find Lex Luthor and Superman as friends more.
Yeah, at least
Because
they
that
can.
actually has happened in alternate universes. That does happen.
Was
Like
Lex
Injustice.
was Lex good or Superman evil?
In what?
What the alternate universe?
Well, this is in Injustice. They were actually friends. He was helping Superman while also helping Batman.
Oh,
Because they even saw Lex and Green Arrow said, "How were you even alive?" And Lex explains that that this world, him and Superman are friends.
and I bet everyone was like, "What?"
Yeah, but they go along with it because they really can't afford they can't afford to question it when they have to stop Superman.
Right.
So I'm guessing after pain happens, is it still the Kage Summit?
Yeah, but done right.
Because you still have Obito, Kisame, Zetsu, and Hinata to deal with.
Yeah, they're gonna be the final arc villains. Actually, I might
Are we
make
going to see the other Kages too?
yes. And actually, I might make a part 3 with Naruko's kids. But that's gonna be that's gonna be the final arc, Naruko's kids. But we'll get to that, okay?
Okay. So they still, the Kage, well, Obito still wants to do the Moon Eye plan, right? And become the Ten Tails?
Yes. And Hinata plans to betray him and use his power. But
He probably can just do that and become the Ten Tails and get absolute power without doing the Moon Eye thing, because Kage isn't a factor here.
right.
Because I feel like she just wants power and wants Naruko.
Right. I'm gonna have it be a time skip when they're 18 years old.
So after pain, it's a time skip.
Yeah, that's fine. Is that fine?
Yeah,
And
because I feel like the loss of all the members of the Akatsuki so far has slowed Obito's plan down a lot. Because it took, at first when they were extracting one tail beast, it took all of them 3 days to extract one beast. But with
yeah,
less people, it'd probably take a long time. At least that's how it should be, but the rules kept getting changed.
right. Um, I'm gonna try and mind to be as realistic as it can be. And since they're at the marrying age, Sakura asks Minato if he can marry Naruko.
I could also see Sasuke being brought back in and becoming a Jonin.
Yeah. And Minato is thinking about retiring. And
So wait, would Naruko also be a Jonin at this point too with
yes.
Sakura? Because
Yes.
I feel like she'd be a Chunin back in part 1.
Yeah.
Because maybe we could show like them actually being Chunin and leading.
Yeah, and Minato, and like I said, Minato is going to retire, and he plans to make Naruto his successor.
Okay. Is Conan part of the Leaf Village too after Nagato was defeated?
Yeah.
I feel like her and Naruto would probably make peace and she'd join the village for Jiraiya's sake.
Yeah.
But I feel like she'd also destroy Nagato's eyes just in case somebody wanted them, knowing Obito is still out there.
Yeah.
Because Conan can be a useful boat for information they'd need.
Right. And like I said, none of that part 3 crap, none of the reincarnation stupid, none of Kishi's stupid shit.
Yeah. What kind of so Naruto and Kurama are friends? Would they like talk a lot to each other and just like train?
Yeah.
Would he actually be like outside of her?
Yeah, but only she could see him.
Maybe. Yeah, if Sakura will be able to see him too.
Yeah.
I feel when Sakura's gonna ask Naruto if Minato he can marry Naruto, Naruto's with training with Satsuki.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, what kind of like sensei and teacher would Naruto be?
I think she'd be. She'd be a good one. And I could imagine her teaching a class, and when Sakura comes, all the girls giggle when they kiss.
So she'd be like a teacher like Iruka?
Yeah. And I'm gonna
like, be that part time.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have her be a mentor to a little girl. I'm gonna have her be named Ahsoka.
Cool.
And she's like Star Wars Ahsoka.
All right.
Well, does that sound dumb, or should I name her something different?
No, you can. It's just I don't know if Star Wars exists in Naruto's world.
It doesn't.
Even if
It's
the
a
actual
different.
series rips it off.
It's a different Ahsoka.
Okay.
I can imagine.
Sakura have his own team?
Yeah.
Because he'd probably be like a high up doctor in the medical team at this point.
Yeah.
He'd probably save a lot of lives.
He does. He saved like 98% of people.
Tsunade would be proud.
Yep. Then the final attack happens. It is, you know how it happens? It's not Sakura is planning a proposal to her on her birthday. But then the attack happens. The final battle occurs. It's gonna be the fun. I'm gonna have the villagers kill some innocent. I'll even have them kill either Kakashi or Iruka.
Okay.
And it'll give Naruto and it'll give Team 7 more motivation to fight.
Yeah, it shows how far they have come since being Genin.
Yeah, they'll do that scene when they said Team 7 reunited, but it's good. It feels earned than it did in in the war arc.
Yeah.
This ain't like the war because it's not a war; it's just a battle.
Yeah. Who's gonna fight Kisame?
Sakura. I mean Satsuki, because Sakura will fight Hinata.
And while Naruto fights Obito.
Yeah, with her parents helping her. I think
that's probably gonna be hard for Minato.
Yeah.
Having lost all 3 of his students.
Yeah.
Assuming Kakashi's the one that dies.
I think I might have. Yeah. Yeah. And then he almost kills Minato, but Naruto saves him.
Should he not to go like kill some of her own clan members?
Yeah, but not Neji. Neji will live.
Maybe he takes out his father, so that would give Neji be able to become the next head of the Hyuga.
Yeah, and Hanabi, his cousin Hanabi Hinata's sister, will be the second in
Co-leader?
command. What?
Co-leader?
Yeah,
Would those two actually have fought Hinata?
yeah. But Sakura will be the one to kill Hinata. Because
No, well, does anyone even notice he was gone this whole time?
yeah, they've tried to until one person found out he became evil. One person in the clan found out.
I'm guessing he like used some jutsus to make himself stronger and an actual threat.
Yes. And then you know how Sakura kills him?
Oh,
By inventing a new powerful chakra that'll kill one man with just one punch. He created it 5 years ago. He was trying to perfect it. And
cool.
he used it.
Would he have full Byakugo seal on him?
What?
Would he have unleash all the power of the Byakugo seal?
Yeah. And then when he dies, he said, should I have him regret his actions or say, Naruto should have been mine?
No. I don't have him regret it. He's gone too far.
Right.
So he's not. He doesn't become the Ten Tails.
No, but he almost does. He was dead.
Does Obito?
Huh?
Does Obito?
Obito does, and he's a lot more powerful than.
You can either do it if once they extract it from Obito, Hinata tries to get it, but he can't control the power, and it takes him over.
Right. And then Team 7 will be part of the final battle when they said, "This is for Kakashi."
Yeah, I can see like with the Ten Tails Hinata thing, like he starts off fine, but as he starts losing control of it and turns into like some abomination monster.
Yeah. Then they had now the final battle begins. Obito will come out strong at first. He uses tails to wrap up Sasuke and Sakura and throws them to a tree. Naruko tries to beat them all by herself while her teammates are unconscious, but he's too strong for her. Then
Does she have like does she fully sync with Kurama at this point?
yeah. She uses Kurama to heal her teammates. Then they get strong. Then they all have. Kurama gives them powers to both them his powers to use against Obito, and how would you have him defeat Obito?
I don't know.
Not. I did. I hate the end of part 2, but I did like how they defeated Kayuga by working together. Was that her name, Kayuga?
Kaguya.
Yeah.
Well, that's one place where you actually need Sakura in there because that punch he landed was what they needed to get Kaguya sealed.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna happen against Obito.
They just seal him up when he's the Ten Tails.
Yep. And then Naruto destroyed the seal and then destroyed him.
But it doesn't destroy the Ten Tails then. They just seal it up.
Right. And Naruto wanted to make sure it doesn't get unsealed again by creating a chakra that only she knows. That's the only way he'll be unsealed.
Okay.
Does that sound far-fetched?
No. Only like either that or like someone of her line can do it.
Yeah.
And since the Uzumakis are rare, it won't really matter.
Right. Then after that, Naruto and Sakura have a moment together. Then he says, Naruto, I love you more than anything else in the entire world. I want to be with you for the rest of my life, for the rest of your life as well. Will you marry me? And do you know how Naruto would react? She squeals
Just a
loudly.
little fangirl squeal.
Yes.
I can see that.
And then I could see Sasuke said, "Yep, he proposed," and she said, "Yes." Someone owes me money.
I can see Kushina saying that to Mabika, like, up, pay up.
It. You know what the bet was?
Hmm.
The bet was Sakura will propose before her birthday, not after.
I can see after Naruto says yes, the two actually kiss.
I could see her giving him kisses all over his face.
Or like she tackles him and does that.
That's what happens. And what would how would Minato feel about his daughter getting married?
I feel like he'd be happy.
Yeah, he wouldn't be like Steve Martin and Father of the Bride. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it, I just never saw it.
I saw bits and pieces of it, but it was okay. Anyway, he felt sad that his daughter is growing up. That's how Minato would feel too.
I kind of feel like Minato would be like Homer in that one future episode with Lisa's wedding in season 6.
Yeah, we'll get to the unlike we'll have a wedding arc, but it's gonna be good, unlike the actual Naruto wedding arc.
Yeah. Are we actually going to see Naruto and Sakura in this instead of like the last 3 episodes?
Yes, but they're not gonna have you know how a lot of people have them in typical Japanese weddings. It's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be like an American, like a Western wedding.
Okay.
She doesn't wear. She wears a gown instead of a kimono. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And since she's a tomboy, she doesn't wear a lot of makeup.
Yeah, I could see that.
And what about her? Could she have a bachelorette party?
Yeah.
But I could see her saying, I could see Sasuke inviting male strippers, and
Yeah.
and Sakura. Let's just say it'll be like the movie The Hangover. He's missing, and the groomsmen are trying to find him. You've seen it, haven't you?
No, I have not seen The Hangover.
It was the first one was good, but skip the sequels.
Yeah, I've heard that like it's just the same thing and the 2 more times.
Yeah, it's like Home Alone 2.
It's just like the first one.
Yeah. Or as Nostalgia Critic would say, first movie. You know, I really do hope to write a Nostalgia Critic review of Naruto the Last Fix someday.
It might happen. You don't know. I have to see Linkara try to review it.
Yeah, I can see him saying he's worse than Peter from One More Day. That's saying something.
Yeah, because he actually cared about relationships with characters.
Yeah,
which is why he's so adamant with the Peter, Mary, Jane thing.
Who would you like Peter with more, Mary Jane or Gwen?
I kind of feel Mary Jane. I like Gwen a lot, but I just don't really. See, I haven't really read the comics with Gwen in it yet, so I don't really know.
Same. I only know Mary Jane from the animated series. Then the Sam Raimi.
In the comics, I haven't even met Gwen or MJ.
Same. I and the Sam Raimi movies, which I watched the first one last Sunday. It still holds up. I'm gonna have a Spidey Sunday in the next few Sundays.
Are you gonna do that before the Spider-Verse comes out?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Spideyverse.
I want to see that because the first one was just so good, and I hope this one is too.
Yeah.
Since we're getting a whole plethora of Spider-Man in this movie.
You think we'll get live action Spider-Man in that?
I don't know. Because I like Miguel O'Hara a lot. And he's like one of the main characters here.
I heard Chris Pine is Peter B. Parker.
No, he's the Peter of Miles' universe that died in the first one.
Oh.
Yeah, Peter B. Parker is somebody totally different.
Oh.
He's the one who's kind of the mentor to Miles in the first movie. And he actually left MJ, but they got back together at the end of the first movie.
Oh, that's good. That's even them splitting up there and probably better than One More Day.
They actually make Peter B. Parker a really interesting character. He's basically like how Luke should have been in Last Jedi. A jaded, washed up person, but learns to be the hero again.
Yeah. I wonder if never mind. I don't think it'll happen because I'm still on Jedi Survivor, and I don't think Luke is gonna appear.
I don't think he is. Besides, this takes place around like Obi-Wan's timeline, so Luke is still a kid at that point.
Right.
He's still on Tatooine, so we're not anywhere near the episode 4 yet.
I thought we were gonna go to Tatooine one level, but I know you haven't played it yet, so I won't spoil much.
I've looked up what the plot was.
I haven't because I want to be surprised.
Like I said, just watch Bode. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I hope he doesn't pull a Sasuke. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying anything.
Okay, I'll leave it at that. Then let's go back to Naruto.
Okay.
Where would their wedding be at?
I don't know.
They don't have religion in Naruto, do they?
The only religion that was confirmed, I think, is Lord Jashin, and that's it.
Really?
Yeah, because Keishi really doesn't care about little details like that. Or he just didn't think of any.
All I know is I think it's kind of weird that Christianity exists in the Kingdom Hearts universe.
Yeah.
You know, the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And I'm a Christian myself. And anyway, the wedding will take place at a beautiful ceremony. I'm gonna have her dressed to be similar to a Disney princess dress.
The only one I can think of is Jasmine and King of Thieves.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. Imagine, and Sakura will go wild when he sees her in her wedding dress.
Yeah.
When Aladdin saw Jasmine, and Minato will cry.
What do you have, like that comedic genie cry?
Yeah. And Kushida embarrassingly hands him a handkerchief.
Is that after he gives Naruko away at the altar?
Yeah.
Because I feel like she'd want him to give her away.
Yeah. Because that's her dad.
Yeah.
And they had a strong bond. And then after the wedding, she says she's pregnant. Imagine Minato's reaction.
I
Would
bet
he
he's trying to get a kunai out to cut off Sakura's junk.
be? Yeah. And then Naruko would say, "Just kidding. I'm not pregnant," because she knew it would get a rise out of him. Because she still likes to play pranks.
I feel like Minato's like, "Are you trying to give me a heart attack?"
And then she said, "Yes." But then there's heartwarming scenes like them having a father-daughter dance.
Yeah, maybe Sakura dancing with Kushina.
Yeah, I'm gonna have. Yeah, I didn't say much about his parents, but his parents died in the pain attack.
Who, Sakura's?
Yeah,
Oh,
but before they died, they tell him he's proud of them and take care of Naruko when they get married.
I can see like with that. I feel like Naruto would be there for Sakura, and that pretty much
Yeah, and I could see
furthers their relationship.
right, and I could see Sakura giving his mother's wedding ring to her.
Oh, nice.
That's how I see the Narasaku wedding happening. He gives Kuchina's wedding ring to Sakura.
Hmm.
That's how I'm gonna do in my Cage and Naruto fanfic when they get married.
Cool.
But you know how they found it?
They had it hidden away somewhere.
Yes.
Maybe did they find that scarf that she made for Naruto?
Yeah, but he also gives it to her for Christmas.
The scarf?
Yes. She's not, and she feels grateful towards it. He doesn't. I think it would make. It pissed me off that he threw his mother's scarf away for Hinata's.
Yeah.
That killed Naruto as a character for me.
It just added to the dung heap of low points he had, didn't it?
I know.
Along with like begging on his knees to the Raikage.
Hmm.
I mean, that was probably the start of like his low points.
Yeah, and Naruto will have low points, but they're nothing compared to Naruto's.
Yeah. I could see if Naruto gave Sakura his mom's scarf, she'd also give it to like maybe Sheena after he was born.
Yeah. But you know what? When she will be pregnant, for real, at a month after the wedding.
Probably got knocked up on their honeymoon.
Yeah. But
I got a feeling Naruto would be a beast in bed.
yeah.
Especially having Kurumas with giving her energy.
Yeah. I can imagine that then after that Minato faints at first, but then he says, "I'm gonna be a grandfather."
So like Anakin and Hizzy.
Yeah. Sakura, and he would say, and Naruto will say that just like Sakura said, "I'm gonna." That's how Sakura reacted when I told him that.
I'm a grandfather too.
I would love to do a how I.
Every time with this, Anakin.
I like to do it how I should have ended with Naruto the last.
That would be cool.
One thing I'd said. Remember what you said? I love Sasuke. Was it because of the rivalry with why you love me? Is it because of the rivalry with Sasuke? And Naruto said, "No, I loved you because your charming forehead. It makes me want to kiss it."
No, why would you even think it'd be for a rivalry? When did I say that?
Yeah. And then he kisses her. Then, but then what would Hinata do and how I should have ended? Should I make her?
Probably, no, she'd probably just get married to Tornari.
Yeah.
I can see like Naruto meeting Tornari again. Like, wait, who are you again?
Yeah, because he was so boring and bland. But he doesn't exist in a Naruto universe.
Yeah.
How about Kishina's reaction to being a grandmother?
She'd probably be hugging Naruto so much and saying thank you.
I know another good how it could have ended with Batman coming in Naruto the Last. What would he do? Probably do something over the top because he's Batman.
Oh, because I'm Batman.
I love that. I think he's in my top 5 favorite version of Batman.
The hizzy one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he pretty much defies all logic.
Yeah. He's not a Gary Stu because it's supposed to be over the top.
I mean, the Black Adam one, he basically tricked Black Adam into saying Shazam.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's funny. They just released the How It Should End of Fury of the Gods yesterday.
I can't wait till Mario movie.
Batman and Superman are still not going to acknowledge Mario as a hero.
Yeah.
Or at least as a superhero. But no, we're not doing that.
Imagine Naruto wanting to join them, the last Naruto, and they both leave slowly like Peter Griffin did when Joe was crying.
Yeah, they probably direct him to the villain's pub.
But even the villains wouldn't want him.
They probably feed Naruto to Jaws in that case.
Yeah. I'm gonna have back to Naruto's pregnancy. I'm gonna have her be as moody as she can be. Like she probably
has a cute, moody side, doesn't she?
Yeah, but when she's angry, she gets really scary.
Like her hair's like billowing out like Nine Tails, like Kushina's does.
Yeah, and it even scares Kushina.
Like, wow, I never thought I'd be beat like that.
Yeah, because she would be an ultimate queen. And Minato said, I thought Kushina was bad when she was pregnant.
Yeah.
But there was going to be sweet moments like her talking to her child.
Yeah, I can see her doing that a lot, especially as her stomach gets bigger.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the day when her child is born.
Yeah.
Can you imagine them trying to fix up their baby's room?
Yeah, and they get an argument over it.
Yeah.
There are a couple married couples argue.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a.
I can see them out shopping, and Naruto shows Sakura the fox like PJ set.
Yeah, and another one that says ramen lover. And Sakura says, "No, we're not dignifying. We're not going to let our child wear that." But first child, will they bet on the gender of the baby?
Probably. I see Naruto going with boy.
Yeah, and Sakura's one says it's a girl. But you know who's right?
She is.
Yep, she's having a boy.
Which
after she finds out,
would be Sheena, right?
yeah, and after she finds out, she sticks out her tongue and rubbing it in.
I can see Sakura saying nothing, but then just kissing her
Yeah,
because he doesn't really care about the gender. He just cares about the baby itself.
yeah. And then he
I can see Satsuki being around Naruto a lot during that, talking to her nephew.
yeah. And I could see, and if television exists, I could see them watching soap operas while she was pregnant.
Yeah,
And they swoon over the male actor because of his, even though he's a terrible actor.
yeah.
Then Minato retires as Hokage.
Would this be after Naruto has Sheena?
Yes.
Because I can see like Sheena as a baby when Naruto becomes Hokage.
Yeah.
Him cheering, maybe putting on the hat on her head.
Yeah. You know how the baby was a year old when, but we'll get to the birth scene first.
Okay.
You know how she finds out how the baby, her baby woke her up while in the middle of the night she was sleeping. Then the baby was ready to come out, and then
Yeah, I could see that.
then she punches Sakura's chest and says, "Sakura, get the baby out of me, or I will beat you up." Then he gets scared and takes her to the hospital. Since he's a doc, even though he's a doctor, he stays with Naruto while his colleagues help her with the birth.
I could see Tsunade helping with it too. And Shizune.
Then when they hear the baby cry, Naruto cries.
Does Sheena have his father's green eyes?
Yes. But he looks like he will look like Naruto, only he doesn't have the whiskers.
Yeah. Even though I think in this case he actually might get them since Naruto's a girl.
Yeah.
And that's how Naruto got them.
Yeah, but I was wondering would she have Karama out?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll come out after Sheena's born to meet him.
Yeah.
But Sheena might take a liking to him, liking his fur.
Yeah. I could see him getting into dangerous situations, and Naruto said, "Don't, Sheena, don't." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like him falling up, and when he falls off the stairs, Naruto sues it. Naruto acts like it picks him up and tries to calm him down.
Yeah.
I'm making Naruto a sweet mother.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make her scary mom when she can be, like if someone messes with her kids.
Would she do that if her kids acted out too?
Yes. Her kids rarely act out, but when they do, she gets all scared and they don't do it. Like one time when taking her son out, he acts out, then she gives him a death glare and then he stops. Then one person said, "That's good parenting."
She loves her kids, but she won't let them walk all over her.
No. I'm gonna make her like Marge Simpson a little bit.
Well, only a little more aggressive
Yeah,
if need be.
right. What about Sakura as a dad? Well, I could see him more disciplinarian, but understanding too.
Yeah,
All I know is he won't be like Homer when it comes to his son whenever he misbehaves.
yeah.
Why you little? I just love that's one of my favorite running gags for some reason on The Simpsons.
Surprised Bart even has a throat left.
What?
Surprised Bart even has a throat left after all those.
I know. Maybe his neck is stronger than. Well, it's a cartoon. It doesn't have to be. As they say, it's a cartoon. Just go with it.
Yeah.
That's what I said about Kingdom Hearts with Jack Sparrow seeing Donald Duck and not questioning things, for example.
To be fair, that would not be out of place in Pirates when you have people like Davy Jones and Salazar.
Right. That's
like,
why.
Are we really gonna question this?
Right. I hate it when people question why they're not questioning a duck and a dog standing in front. It's like it's Disney. Just roll with it.
Or as the critic says, we don't take too kindly to logic in these here parts, boy.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like everything you could say about Naruto at this point.
Yeah.
But you try questioning like anything with Hinata and how bad it is right now.
Right. Naruko will not be a doormat, or she will be like you said earlier. She won't be. She'll be like Kushina, but the difference is she is Kushina's daughter, and she acts and not a doormat like Hinata.
So would Naruto be as good a Hokage as her father?
I'm gonna make her even better, slightly better. I don't want to make her be all powerful. I want her to make some mistakes.
Yeah.
Because good leaders can make mistakes.
Yeah, like a lot of the Power Rangers seasons, their Red Rangers also make mistakes too.
Yeah. I think Mufasa made a mistake in letting Scar into the family.
Yeah. Wait, are they actual brothers?
I think they are. I read
like actual biological.
I read that they are.
Okay.
Because it was in a Lion King novel and it's canon to the Lion King, the original Lion King movie.
Okay. Oh, so you got a question about the relationship when there's only 3 male lions in that whole herd or pack?
Yeah, they should have had more. Should have had more. After all, they did say Nala had a father, but it's not Mufasa.
Okay.
That way they can throw out the whole incest thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that was Michael Eisner's idea, and
I know that was the idea in the second movie with Kobo and Kiara.
Yeah. And the Nostalgia Critic said he gets it right every once in a while. I kind of miss Michael Eisner.
Yeah, he's better than Bob Iger is now.
And he was better than Bob Chapek.
Chapek is just a fall guy. That's all he was.
Yeah.
Did you notice Iger left at the height of COVID and then came back less than 2 years later?
Imagine him leaving after Endgame.
I don't know. I don't think really it would have helped.
Yeah. If I wasn't, I would be. I kind of wish I was in charge of Disney. I would go back to original animated movies. I don't care if they're 3D or 2D. Just
Good. Purge the activists out of Disney.
I would get rid of that. Just make it like from Disney from the 1930s to 2000, from the Tangled era,
Yeah.
Tangled and Frozen era, because that was the last good Disney.
Yeah, because pretty much all they're so creatively bankrupt right now.
Yeah, if I was in charge of Disney, I would still buy Star Wars, but I would make it good Star. I would try to make it good
Star Wars. Keep the EU in canon and adapt their stories.
Right. And but make the Clone Wars final season canon.
Yeah. Makes me wonder what's going to happen to Cal after his series is done.
I don't know.
Because he's nowhere in the OT or the sequel, so his fate's probably going to be the same as Ahsoka's.
Right. We know what happened to Ahsoka after Return of the Jedi.
Well, that's what Mando and her show is going to show.
I might watch that. Because I'm an Ahsoka fanboy.
Yeah, I don't trust anything from Disney Star Wars anymore.
I don't either, but I'm gonna give Ahsoka a chance.
I want to. I just can't trust it.
Well, Dave Filoni's in charge, and he makes good Star Wars content.
Yeah, but Kennedy still has the final say, so she'll ruin it.
Yeah, and
it's why Mando season 3 is a total bomb.
I heard that she was in charge of. She was executive producer of Roger Rabbit and those other classic movies.
Yeah, look where that got her now.
Right. I think the reason Roger Rabbit was so good because she wasn't in charge of the movie.
Yeah, that was still. Who did that movie?
Nostalgia Critic?
No, Roger Rabbit.
Zemeckis.
Yeah, like producers really don't have that much. I don't think they have that much control over the movie.
I don't think. Yeah, Zemeckis and Spielberg, I believe, he was one of the producers. I know Spielberg worked on Back to the Future, but he didn't direct it.
Yeah, and he just I know that he's recently thanked Tom Cruise for saving movie theaters.
Yeah, so did the Mario movie. They said Godzilla
Maverick pretty much saved the movie theaters.
Yeah, I thought Godzilla vs. Kong saved movie theaters.
It did, but I think Maverick was one of the few that actually made $1 billion.
Yeah.
In like recent years, outside No Way Home.
Yeah, I remember after I saw Godzilla, I saw Mortal Kombat, which I thought that was okay. Did you?
I didn't see the new one.
It was okay.
I prefer ones that just focus on like the fights and the gore.
Yeah, there were a lot of gore in that one.
Kind of like what the Anderson movie was.
The what?
The Anderson movie, the original.
The 1995 one?
Yeah.
I don't remember much of that, but I do remember watching Annihilation, and I hated Annihilation.
Oh god, Annihilation is so awful.
Yeah, I remember hating it when I saw it when I was 8. You know it's bad when an 8-year-old hates a Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah. Because they cram so many characters into it, it has no plot. And they just show up for like 5 seconds.
Right.
I mean, you have Noob and Ermac in the same scene and like for not even 10 seconds.
Yeah. And I know it's a Mortal Kombat movie, but there was too much fighting that it got so boring.
At least Tekken actually was. I've heard Tekken was pretty good.
Yeah, Street Fighter the movie can be funny. I mean,
But
in a
the only
so bad.
reason to watch that is Bison.
Yeah, Raul Julia was excellent. Even if
Mine, he did a pretty good performance for someone who was dying at the time.
yeah, and like Chadwick Boseman, he was dying when he was doing Endgame, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he was dying when he was doing Black Panther.
Yeah, and he still, his performance was still amazing.
Hmm.
My favorite Chadwick Boseman moment was when he prevented Zemo from killing himself,
Yeah.
and he said, "The living are not done with you."
It's funny because he actually had a character arc in Civil War.
Yeah, he didn't really need a movie, did he?
Eh, I think it was pretty much you had to use Black Panther at some point.
Yeah,
Plus, you kind of needed that movie to set up what happens in Infinity War.
yeah. And Infinity. I'm still blown away by Infinity War, the ending, especially the ending. I mean, I know they come back, but it still was a shocking ending.
Yeah, all because of Quill.
Yeah. Do you like Chris Pratt as an actor?
He's okay.
He's good. He's good as Mario. I still can't believe he's married to Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter. Matt, the Terminator is Peter Quill's father-in-law.
Well, his actual father was
Chris
I
Pratt.
forget was when he played in Tango and Cash.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I get them mixed up. Who's who in that?
Yeah. I've not seen Tango and Cash.
It's a good movie because
Yeah.
Stallone and Russell are so great together.
Yeah. I'm trying to do a Stallone impression.
It's just weird seeing Stallone all like prim and proper and sophisticated in that movie.
Yeah, people give him a lot of flack for his acting, but he's a pretty damn good actor,
He is.
especially in the Rocky movies.
Yeah, that and first Rambo.
Yeah, he made me believe that he's a soldier that has PTSD.
Yeah, because that scene where he broke down at the end was like the most heartbreaking scene in the whole movie.
Yeah,
Maybe the movies after that just kind of like dipped in quality.
yeah. I mean, I like Rocky 4. The Rocky sequel's all right, but nothing can beat First Blood and Rocky in terms of.
The Rambo 2 and 3 are pretty good. 4 and 5 are just like, I think they were just trying too hard.
I have not seen Rambo 3 yet.
Rambo 3 is pretty good as like a dumb action movie.
Is it dumb like Commando?
Yes.
I think Commando, besides the Terminator's Schwarzenegger's best dumb action movie. Well, actually, Terminators can be smart. I was watching the Nostalgia Critic review of it, part of the Nostalgia Critic review of that Commando. I just loved what he said. God bless you, Commando, you stupid, stupid movie. The difference between Commando being stupid and Naruto being stupid is the Commando knows it's being stupid.
Yeah, but Naruto's taking itself completely seriously.
Yeah, I like it when silly movies know they're not being silly.
They're not trying to be serious.
Right.
Like they know they're an 80s cheesy movie.
Yeah. Why did Batman and Robin fail? Because they tried to be serious.
It's too campy.
It was too. My mom likes that movie. I think the main reason she likes it because of George Clooney.
Yeah, he's probably the worst Batman.
I think he's the worst Bruce Wayne too.
I feel like he was better as Bruce than as Batman.
The only scene I liked in that movie was when when he and Alfred had that conversation,
Yeah.
and when Mr. Freeze mourns his wife.
I mean, Schwarzenegger is not bad as Freeze. He does have some pretty good moments.
Yeah, he
But yeah,
does.
he's just too laughable as Mr. Freeze.
I know.
Even if you're trying to do like the tragic character from the cartoon.
Yeah. I think you could do Mr. Freeze right if in a Batman movie if you
I
do
mean,
it like
Arkham City did him good.
yeah. I I love I love that scene where Batman says when Batman kept his word about finding Nora. Then we see him again. He he tells he says begs Freeze not to go on a life of crime again. Unlike he's the only Freeze is the only villain that he tries to reason with.
Because really, Freeze isn't really that evil. He's just desperate to help his wife.
Yeah. Can you see other villains doing that like Freeze did?
No.
Be sympathetic. I think Vader can be sympathetic. He's the
Yeah.
only what?
I can see that, but like if you're talking straight Batman, probably not.
Right.
Because Ra's al Ghul doesn't really have to worry about death anyway.
Right. I think Mr. Freeze and Batman are the only one that can be are the only villains that can be intimidating, but sympathetic at the same time.
Well, Two-Face too.
Yeah. Well, animated series Two-Face. Not
And
Tommy Lee
probably
Jones.
Dark Knight Two-Face as well.
Yeah. I don't think the Joker can ever be sympathetic. Can you?
No, he can't.
That's what makes him
That'd be a betrayal of who the Joker is.
what?
That'd be a betrayal of who the Joker is.
Yeah. He's for he's for chaos and anarchy.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's like trying to make Palpatine sympathetic. It just doesn't work.
right.
But oh no, everybody's got to be like misunderstood in Star Wars now.
Right.
I mean, like I'm gonna feel sorry for Krennic from Rogue One.
Yeah. Like, how can you feel sorry for Palpatine, a man who destroyed over half of the planets and murdered over millions of people?
Yeah, and caused the downfall of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Which half of that was pretty much the Jedi's fault.
Yeah. And how can you feel? And how can you make Xehanort of all villains sympathetic?
I still don't think he is, even if that retcon to him in 3 tried to excuse it.
Right.
Because I like 3, but there's a lot of issues with that game.
Me too. I love the rewrites of 3 of. I watched many rewrites. I'll give you links to it, and you can watch them sometime. Okay.
All right, just send it to my Kevin and Eric. I'll check it out.
Okay. I was talking about a female Sora. How would that work?
I don't know.
We'll talk. How about we talk about it next week? Before I'm gonna go on vacation. I'm gonna go to my mammal's in a couple weeks. She's 90. She's 90. She'll be 92. But yeah. Anyway, back to why don't we talk for about 20 more minutes?
All right.
Before we end, okay?
All right.
Let's talk about Naruko. We talk about Naruko and Sakura as parents. What about her kid? What kind of character would her kid be?
Probably a combination of both of them.
Yeah. What would her best strength be?
Which Is
What
this
will be her
about
number?
Sheena?
What will she excel at most? Brains or brawn?
Wait, Sheena or Naruko?
Sheena. Because we already know Naruto's character.
I think she'd have equal a balance of both the brains and the strength, having like his dad's strength, brains, and his mom's strength.
Yeah, you know, I can see if he had a crush on a girl, Naruto teases him about it.
Yeah,
But then again, she'll probably be act all overprotective too.
yeah, but I think she knows. Yeah, she probably like try to interrogate the girls, seeing if they're right for her son.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure she trusts her son with girls when it comes to dating. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah,
Because they
I'm
rate.
pretty sure she'd raise him right like that.
Yeah, and then after 3 years, after 5 years, she is pregnant again with Hanami.
Yeah, Hanami.
Hanami.
Honestly, I find Hanami more adorable than Himawari.
I think any person with a logical mind think that.
I could also see Hanami wanting to be Hokage like her mom.
Yeah, I could see her sneak into her office and say, "I am the Hokage."
She'd probably wear like the hat.
Yeah, and she does it while sneaking into her mom's office. Well, where her mom is in a bath at lunch.
Either that or like she'll bring Hanami to her office just to like watch her for the day before Hanami starts the academy.
Yeah. Can you imagine Naruto saying a curse word in front of her and she copies it?
Oh, she probably like say, "Don't ever say that again, Missy."
Although,
But you said it.
and she said no, but yes, but it's a grown-up word. You can say it when you're a grown-up. She doesn't say you can't say it ever, but she said you can't say you can say it when you're a grown-up.
I feel like Hanami and Naruto would probably have a really close relationship.
Yeah.
Where
Where
Hanami would say that Naruto is probably like her idol.
Yeah. I can imagine her having a crush and Sakura being
Right now, he'd be full blown Marcus.
yeah, I'm making him that. Someday I might make a one shot of that and of Sak. And who would be the Mike of the?
I don't know.
I think it works better for Kingdom Hearts with Riku being Mike and Sora being Marcus.
Yeah. Unless you want to have like Sasuke try to be Mike in that situation.
No, but I don't like Sasuke.
Satsuki.
Oh, Sasuke, yeah.
Because I feel like she'd try to like do that too with her nephew, her niece.
Yeah. Can you see her getting married to someone? Satsuki. Yeah.
Probably just who would she be with?
Probably she meets someone at the village and falls for him. I don't know who though. You know,
I'm sure like Naruto would support her friend.
In my Spider-Man one, in my Spider couple one, she has a daughter. We don't know who but I'm gonna make the father be ambiguous.
I thought she had a son in that one
Son. Sorry.
because she named it after Itachi,
Yeah, because unlike others, Itachi's good in that one.
who will also be, or is he being Venom or is Sasuke?
Sasuke is.
Okay, so Itachi's not in the tank with the symbiote on him.
No. It's gonna be similar between the Sam Raimi movies and the PS4 one.
Okay.
I wonder how. Speaking of Spider-Man PS4, I wonder how if they're gonna have the Green Goblin.
I hope so.
And I hope he's hammy like William Dafoe.
We'll see. I'm just wondering how much space this one's gonna take up. 'Cause I feel like this game's gonna be even huger than the first.
Yeah, I remember how long it took the first game to load. That's what I hate about modern games. They download for so damn long.
I know. Especially you get all the update files too.
I mean, why don't they just shut the fuck up and let us play?
Yeah, I know.
Someday I'm gonna write a video about that.
It's funny because most of the games I download, like the older games, don't even take up that much space.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of like old games downloaded on my PS4. I got a lot of Doom games on my PS4 now too.
I played the Doom. I ran Doom games. The first.
I don't have the 2016 one. I just have like the originals.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And
yeah, back then when gaming was hard.
it's still hard. I mean, look at Fallen Order. Jedi
I never found Fallen Order that hard.
Yeah.
Like the hardest part I had with Fallen Order was against Malicos.
Yeah. Sometimes I hate games that don't have maps, and I get lost, and I have to go on YouTube to look for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't use map. I don't do that because I want to find it on my own.
I do it because I don't really have the time or patience to find all that stuff on my own, so I look up guides.
Yeah, I remember the first guide I ever had. It was Pokemon. Because I had the Pokemon Blue guide, but I had Pokemon Yellow. I used it with Pokemon Yellow.
I think I had this older one that was like had red, blue, and yellow in it.
Yeah, Yellow was my favorite because it was closer to the anime. I would love the anime growing up.
Did you try and recreate Ash's team?
Yeah, but it was so hard that I couldn't do it.
It's funny because I think that's the only game you can get all three starters without trading.
Yeah. I think I evolved Blastoise and Squirtle and what's his name? Bulbasaur, rather than not make him evolve.
Squirrel's probably one of my favorite water starters.
Squirrel?
Yeah, because I like Blastoise a lot.
Yeah, me too. Because I loved turtles back then. One time I found a Terrapin and I named him Blastoise after him. I kept him for about a week though.
It's funny what most of these evolutions turn into.
Yeah, I was talking about a real turtle. I really did have a real turtle for about a week.
Wow.
We left him. We had a forest, so we in the backyard. So we let him go there. What if he's still alive? because turtles live that long.
Wow.
It was 20 years ago. Anyway, how about let's talk about other versions of Naruto for a brief minute, okay?
Okay.
How about real life Naruto? What I make her to be a sports anchor. And unlike
You like
other,
one of those like good ones.
yeah, they
I
want
care more
to.
about the sport than like political stuff.
Yeah, she hosts her own sports talk show. She doesn't, and all she does is talk about sports, and she makes some pop culture references, like
Okay.
like when she says she saw this. She talks about the movies she's seen, for example, or like she has this segment where she talks about she when the MCU happened, when Endgame happened, on the hype of Endgame, she watched every MCU movie before she saw Endgame. And she brought her son. And when her son saw Spider-Man dying, he cried all night. And that broke her heart. She hated seeing her children cry.
I got a feeling that her son was probably like a really big Spider-Man fan.
Yep.
Would she take a stance on this whole like woke stuff now? Like how
Well,
like sports stuff?
in this version, it doesn't exist.
Okay.
Neither does the Star Wars thing.
Okay.
Neither does the woke Star Wars. In fact, someday I'm going to talk. Probably next week I'll talk Kingdom Hearts, Marvel, and Sora about Sora going through all the Marvel movies. Okay.
Okay. All right.
What else? What was I going to say? Oh yeah. Naruko. When Naruko saw Endgame, she was in tears because she was a huge Robert Downey Jr. fan when she was little.
Was this like when he was having his issues, or
Yes.
I bet she loves Tropic Thunder.
I still haven't seen it.
Oh, it's really funny, but it's a movie you can't really do nowadays.
Like Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, kind of.
Because I said you can't do Blazing Saddles nowadays.
There's a lot of comedies you can't do nowadays.
Right.
I hate that saying, like, you can't do this nowadays. You can't do that nowadays.
I think you could do it. I know plenty of black people that like Blazing Saddles.
Isn't Gene Wilder in that?
Yeah, but the best character was Hedy Lamar. It's Headline.
I want to check that out.
It's hilarious. It's one of the funniest movies ever.
There's a lot of movies I want to see. From older movies were a lot better.
Yeah, I think there's still good movies from time to time, but movies back then were magical.
Yeah.
Like
Now the magic is pretty much gone.
yeah, Tom Cruise is saving it.
Yeah.
So is the Mario movie.
John Wick is too.
Yeah. And so is Spider-Man.
Well, sort of, like, because comics aren't doing good.
I mean, movie Spider-Man.
We'll see how good Spider-Verse does.
Yeah. And, I said Naruto is... I'm making her be from Kentucky. I'm going to make Kahuna be a city in the state of Kentucky. Where
Okay.
Japanese... and they're all Japanese-American Kentuckians. You know what I mean? It's because they choose to live there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then Naruto moves to likes to work for the University of Kentucky. That's where they live.
Hmm.
I could see Naruto being knowledgeable about the game.
Yeah, Naruto is like in the X-Men. What kind of mutant would she be?
Ugh, gee, that's a tough one. What do you think?
I see more like a Emma Frost or a Psylocke kind of
Yeah,
powers.
me too. Would would she be like Rogue too?
Maybe, but not like powers wise, more like personality.
Yeah, especially X-Men cartoon Rogue.
The best rogue.
Yeah, I said, God, I love Rogue in front of my nephew. And he said, I don't like her. He says a lot of things to mess with me. And sometimes I laugh about it, sometimes it gets me mad.
She's better than the X-Men Evolution rogue.
Yeah. What about
I
X-Men
think that
movie?
one's bad. It's just not. It's just not as good.
What about X-Men movie Rogue?
That no better than that because that rogue isn't even really that much of a factor in the actual movies, which is a crime.
I agree.
Like Rogue doesn't even have the power she's known for in those movies.
Hmm.
Plus her relationship with Iceman.
Yeah, did they make Iceman gay?
I know that's in the comics, but I don't know about the actual media.
I don't know. I don't know. Family Guy did a joke about that before they did that.
I wonder if that was trying to tell us something.
What the Family Guy knew, or did they?
They
Did
predicted it.
yeah, or did they? Or maybe they saw the Family Guy and say, "Why don't we make Iceman gay?" I can see Seth MacFarlane do his skit about that.
What about like if there was a dark Naruko?
Well, if she wanted to rule the world, she would. What about Naruto in Kingdom Hearts? What would her relationship with Sora be?
I see it more like a brother sister kind of thing.
Yeah, I can see that. I could see them. I could see her being trying to be a key bearer.
I think she's worthy of being a Keyblade Master.
Me too. I
Her
think
heart's pure.
I think she'll be best friends with Kyrie, wouldn't she?
Yeah, and Aqua too, probably.
Yeah, and in the modern cage, Aqua is her role model.
Cool. Because Aqua is that cool.
Yeah. What about how about in what if Naruto was in the MCU? What kind of powers? What kind of hero would she be? Well, no, Spider Woman.
But does she have the same powers as Peter, or would she be like one of the other Spider Women out there?
A little bit of both.
Hmm. She could
And
probably have like Jessica Drew's powers, but nah, maybe not. Because
what about Spider Gwen?
Spider Gwen, yes.
Yeah. Hey, I have a question. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry about that. My mom called.
Okay.
What were you talking about?
I forget.
Yeah, well, why don't we have a few more minutes before we hang it up for good?
Okay.
So, how about Naruto? How how, how about Naruto at another universe Naruto? How about one where she does. I already did one where she's a princess and then Sakura is a knight and they have to fight and they had to find a relic to stop. I made Orochimaru the villain. Remember
Isn't
that?
that on hold? That story on hold?
Yeah, it is. But I don't know if I'm ever gonna complete it though.
Okay.
I'm still working on Spidey Naruto. I'm just figuring out how to. I'm just wondering how to continue the story.
Okay.
I'm thinking about having it like the PS4 first started when the Kingpin.
Yeah. Are they
I don't know
both fighting her? Or is just Naruto or Sakura?
what.
Are they both gonna fight him, or
Yeah,
does Naruto or Sakura fight him?
they both fight him. I might have, I might have Naruto be vulnerable, be a damsel. Sometimes she gets captured as Naruto and Sakura as the saber as Spider-Man.
Hmm.
But she doesn't go out without a fight.
Good. Because with the two of them, you kind of gotta split your villains up. Who fights who,
Right.
and who does what mission when.
Yeah. How how about how about Naruto as a Jedi?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
She would, unlike Anakin, she would still be she. It would be after the Jedi, after the prequels happened.
Well, she
They
kind of. Well, the Jedi aren't really anymore, so they'd have to be. They have to be during the prequels.
yeah. Well, actually, it's gonna be after Luke um doing the Jedi Academy thing. It's not gonna be
Okay.
Last Jedi Luke.
I feel like the prequels could have probably worked if because she could probably bond with Ahsoka and Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Yeah.
What color lightsaber would she have?
Yellow.
Hmm. I
Cause
could
you,
probably see that, or like green.
yeah,
Because I know she'd probably break the Jedi code.
yeah. Cause you know how in all of my she's in all no matter what universe she's in, she's gonna fall in love with Sakura.
I could see him being a Jedi too.
Yeah, I could see him being trained under Obi-Wan too.
I mean, after Anakin becomes a Jedi Knight,
Yeah,
or you can find somebody else because maybe they're also friends with Cal.
yeah. I hope if they don't kill up Cal and Jedi Survivor, I hope they. No, actually, no, I take it back. I hope they don't use him because it'll be used in bad Star Wars.
I miss good Star Wars.
I miss good in Naruto.
Yep. I feel like everything we know and love is just getting ruined.
And Kingdom Hearts isn't so far.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't. That stays good.
And Power Rangers. How about Naruko as a Power Ranger? What would she be like?
Ooh,
Would she be the
that'd
leader?
be cool.
Would she be elite? Would she still be yellow?
No, I could see her as more of a Red Ranger.
Yeah. I could see Zordon making her leader, not because she's a woman, but because she's very competent and strong and knows how to lead.
Yeah.
It's not going to be shoved in our face or anything like that.
Maybe she starts off as green, but then goes to the White Ranger.
I think Sakura is more like that.
Then again, if she is red, she could probably much try and save him, and they could probably start something there.
Yeah, and it's gonna be better than Tommy and Kim. In the new Power Rangers, Tommy is married to Kat.
I know. They even have a son together.
What? Yeah, they
have a
did.
son.
Yeah, they did. I don't know if I like that. Because I didn't ship anyone in Power Rangers when I was little. I didn't ship anyone until Pokemon with Ash and Pikachu.
I mean, the only one that really shipped in Power Rangers was Wes and Jen, but I knew they couldn't be together.
Why not?
Jen was from the future and couldn't stay in the past.
That's tragic. I love Power Rangers stories that kids and adults can enjoy like that.
Yeah, they have some good stories.
Yeah. I don't care what the nostalgia critic said. I know it came after his time when he thought it was dumb. I still respect his opinion, but I disagree with it.
Yeah.
James Rolfe, it came after his time. He became a fan.
They got better after like the Zordon era, with like RPM being one of the best seasons.
I'm gonna have to check those out
because RPM is basically Power Rangers meets Terminator.
I remember you telling me that.
It's basically where a computer virus took over the world, and it's basically what if Skynet took over, except there's one area that's not controlled by him.
Right. Imagine if Arnold Schwarzenegger did Power Rangers.
He'd probably be like one of their mentors, maybe.
Yeah. He'd probably be reprogrammed like he was in Terminator 2.
I can see him as part of like the RPM universe.
You know, in that movie, I wish there was I watched the trailers. I wish the trailers were surprising us with Arnold being the good guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just wish they stopped after the second movie.
Yeah, me too.
Because now the series is pretty much dead.
Yeah, they had to make Sarah Connor a bitch.
They gotta make her a bitter old lady too.
Yeah, and they had to make and they ruined. Not to mention they ruined John Connor.
Yeah, twice.
The less we say about Dark World, the better. Dark Road, the better.
Dark Fate and Genesis, the better.
I don't know why I was thinking Dark Road, because that's Kingdom Hearts.
That and Genesis were like the low points for John.
Yeah. And Arnold as the Terminator.
Yeah.
How about... You know, I could see Naruko being her and Sakura having a another wedding is she gets excited to wear the dress again.
I can see that too. Plus, they can show their kids.
Yeah, that's the main reason they want to have a second wedding, because they want their kids to be in it.
I can see them as, like they're still little and being
Yeah,
in it.
yeah, the ring bearer and flower girl.
Yeah,
There's one thing I would never have them do: have them divorce.
yeah. No matter how bad things get for them,
Yeah,
I can see like Naruko like saying Sheena looks adorable in his little like suit.
yeah. And what did he complain about it? Hating wearing it.
He probably would.
Yeah, and her daughter, her daughter is tomboy, but she likes to dress up sometimes.
I can see Sheena liking cartoons like Ed, and Eddie.
Yeah, what about Powerpuff Girls?
Yeah, that too. Because I can
I
see,
like.
I can see Sheena with the suit saying it. It's like a monkey suit, like how Rolf said it with his
Yeah.
lavish monkey suit.
I remember when I was 9, I was embarrassed that I liked the Powerpuff Girls because it was a girl. I thought it was a girl show. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I could. And modern Naruto, I could. You know, if someone badmouths her kids, oh boy, she cracks her knuckles. She wouldn't beat him up, but she would calm out.
Can you imagine if she had like Tifa's training?
Yeah.
She'd be so badass with that.
Yeah, it was Tifa's birthday the other day.
Cool. Actually, wait, maybe have her be trained by Sabin and Tifa. Make it a double whammy of awesome.
Right.
Because
And I'm
Sabin
having-
is very skilled at his martial arts.
Yeah. I'm having her be friends with female Sora in one modern store fig.
Cool.
And female Ichigo too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about another one where they're all friends, but I don't know much about about female friendship. I just can see them watching some TV and watching the game shows, and who would probably be the best at game shows out of all of them?
Probably Sakura.
Yeah, because he's smart, especially Jeopardy. Unless he was on Celebrity Jeopardy. We meet again, Trebek. I wish they would did it. I wish SNL did a tribute to them by doing SNL Heaven with Sean Connery and Burt Reynolds and another dead celebrity doing a cameo.
Oh, how about Bozeman?
Who played I don't know who played Bozeman in the skit, but
I'll just never get over that SNL skits with Black Jeopardy where they actually have Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa there.
yeah.
Is
So-
he committed to the bit at least?
Yeah. And Keenan and Keenan was the host.
Yeah. So it's like Naruto ever normal Naruto ever getting to check out urban legend stories from her when she was a kid?
She read, yeah, but a little bit. But she was more into sports and comic books and video games.
It's like I see her going through the haunted trainer headless Cabby from Hey Arnold.
Yeah. What about but I can see her hating on whenever she hears people go on political rants, she just leaves the room.
Yeah. I'm like, nope, not listening to this. I'm done.
Whenever
I can see her doing that on like live TV.
yeah, whenever someone makes a rant about Republicans or Democrats, she said, "No, both." She said, "Both of you suck. Both of them suck. Let's move on." She never talks politics in her shows.
Yeah.
The closest non-sports she gets to talk about is either video games or movies or comics.
Or Star Wars.
Yeah, because she's a nerd. It's a sports and a pop culture show.
It's really the politics of Star Wars is pretty much all it. At least Palpatine's politics are the only ones that worth talking about.
Yeah.
Also makes me wonder, how deep were Palpatine's pockets
I don't know.
to have the entire fleet of ships and recruiting all those stormtroopers,
Yeah.
controlling so many worlds. Also, I also found this out recently about the stormtroopers, why they can't hit.
Why?
They can't see out of their helmets.
That reminded me of that Mark Hamill line where he's, "I can't see a thing in his helmet." In the first Star Wars.
Because I asked a coworker that knows Star Wars, and he actually legit said that is an in-universe explanation. They can't see out of their helmets.
Then why do they wear them?
He said the clones could see because they had that like T shape on their helmets, but they could see.
Right.
I mean, that's probably that's an interesting excuse why they can't shoot. They can't hit a target. Oh, Star Wars. You think if Naruko was a Jedi, she'd actually be a Jedi Master?
Yeah, I think she would know who Palpatine is. She would expose him.
I could also see her being like descended from like the KOTOR series too.
Yeah. I'm rewatching the Clone Wars, and my God, I'm still in love with that show.
Kind of wish they do something else with KOTOR because I really want to play that. That's one I missed out on.
Yeah, I wish there was a game where you could play Ahsoka.
Outside of Lego Star Wars?
Yes. Would an Ahsoka game work?
Maybe.
How about Naruto being Lord of the Rings?
Ooh, I could see that.
I don't know much.
Cool.
I don't know much of that, but I haven't.
That's something more like First Evil would know.
Yeah. How about Naruto and Pokemon? I can see her being the Pokemon gym leader.
I can see her being like grand champion of a region.
Yeah, and she is still married to Sakura. And then when
I can see her being like, I can actually see her being like sister, an actual sis. She's actually got a twin sister who's Cynthia.
Yeah.
Because really, they kind of be like the same person.
Yeah, and whenever Naruto's not answering, what Cynthia's saying, she and Sakura are having sex again.
It'd be kind of cool if they, in this scenario, they were sisters.
Yeah. Because Naruto, you know what I said about Naruto and Sakura? They, whenever on their spare time, sometimes they do have sex at her office.
What typing would Naruto use?
What do you mean?
Like Pokemon?
Oh, probably a mix between psychic and I don't know. I don't know the newer elements because I haven't played those Pokemon games.
Well, Cynthia there doesn't stick to a set type. She has a diverse team.
Yeah, I could see Naruto doing that too.
I can see Sakura probably being like a grass gym leader.
Yeah. Can you see her having a rivalry with Giovanni?
Yes.
Since she's going to be the same age as Giovanni, I could see Giovanni flirting with her. Can you?
Maybe he even asked her to join Team Rocket.
Yeah, and she said, "Thank you, but I'm married and I prefer to be a good guy."
And maybe she even joined the Pokemon G-Men to help out Pokemon like Lance does.
Yeah. And there's this conspiracy theory that Giovanni is Ash's father.
I've heard that. I don't really buy it.
I used to believe that when I was little.
Because to be fair, like those two really never even met.
That's one of my biggest gripes with Pokemon. That they never had the main hero fight the main villain. Because Giovanni was basically the main villain, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
The only time they did meet was Mewtwo Returns. They didn't have some kind of connection.
And to be fair, Giovanni wasn't really that good of a villain since we rarely ever saw him.
Right. I thought he reminded me of Vito Corleone from The Godfather, which is, I think that was intentional.
Probably that slick suit he was wearing.
Yeah. Or those 40s Edward G. Robinson movies. Yeah, sure. In church. Yeah. I remember the mayor. Huh? Say it again?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you said something.
No.
Yeah, I remember the Powerpuff Girls, the mayor imitated Edward G. Robinson.
Oh yeah, that one Looney Tune guy that's the mobster.
Yeah.
Go, yeah,
yeah, that's former actor Edward G. Robinson. He was a gangster in his movies. And anyway, we're gonna talk 5 more minutes and we're done.
Okay.
How about what if there's another Naruto? What if Naruto was in a mob movie, in a mob story? Would she be the daughter of a mobster?
Yeah, probably.
It'd be like Godfather.
Or something out of GTA.
Yeah. And Sakura works for her father. But only I don't see Sakura being abusive like Vito's daughter's husband from The Godfather, Michael's sister.
Oh yeah, the one Sonny beat up.
Yeah. It's just, I still think it's a shame that Al Pacino did not win an Oscar for those movies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody said that movie would never work.
Yeah, and nobody wanted Al Pacino until
I feel like Coppola fought for that one.
Yeah. Anyway, if Naruko was the daughter of a mobster, let's say she'd be more intimidating than a lot of female mobsters.
Yeah, she'd be smart. She wouldn't rely on her dad, right?
No.
Like most of them do. Use that as like a threat.
Yeah. She actually earns her way. And people are afraid of her.
Does she at least have actual friends?
Yeah. She doesn't like Satsuki.
But she will like pretty much kill someone if she needed, right?
Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't kill. She doesn't kill innocent people. She
She's
just
a
kills.
monster with morals. Is that it?
Yeah, she does have morals.
Like that whole family have like morals.
Yeah. You ever seen Scarface?
The Pacino one?
Yes.
Not. I have it. I've seen like pieces of it.
Hold on, my mom's calling me again.
Okay.
I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna eat dinner soon. Okay.
All right.
It was fun.